Hello, hello, hello. Pam pam param pam 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 pam. Hello everyone. Hey. Good evening, good afternoon guys. Welcome back to another stream of Plane Shift. Nice to have you here as usual. And yeah. So what I want to work on is the I think we can set the loot, right? The only thing that I wanted to do maybe is to have the additional message that you are discovering something about a creature, right? When you kill it. I think is I mean, I thought about it a bit, but I think is okay to send a message. I think it's okay to send a message and which is basically here. So partial discovery is returning true if the current item allows the full discovery. So the calling function should send discovery to the player stored in the deep bay. And false if it's still a partial discovery. And so we should do nothing. Now so in theory we could check it here, right? Discovery ID is the third parameter there. So which is this. And I think I would like to go maybe percentage wise, but I'm thinking if I should go percentage wise or else. Param. Param. Oh, I should change the music, huh? I should change the music. Param pam 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 pam. Hello everyone. Hello, hello. So what I'm thinking is, should we send? I would like to send a message here. I'm just thinking how to do it, right? Because we have a total number, right, which is this one, the kills needed, and we have the current discovery. So I think we can do it like in percentage or something, right? So we can take. So we can calculate like the percentage, right? So my current divided by, right? And my current is this. So this divided by the kills needed, right? And this is our percentage, right? So for example, I don't know, we have 2 creatures out of 20 is 10%, right? It's 10%. So so now the question is, based on the percentage, do we want to do something special? Yes. And I would like to send, because I don't think that there is a message, right? No, I don't think we. Well, I mean, if we discover a completely, but if it's partial, no. If it's partial, we are not sending, right? We are only saving to database, but we are not sending to the client. We are sending to the client. Just a second, boys, huh? Just a second. Okay, I'm with you. was just checking some stuff. Hello, Ulla. Hey, good evening to you. Okay, so the point is that this partial discovery returns true if you did it, right? So this is adding the discovery and sending to the client, and here we are sending the message we are discovering something. So I think it would be nice for the first one. I don't know if I want to do something special for the first one, or I want to do it, you know, percentage-wise. I think we can have like three. I think we can have like three different. So something like if percent discovery is less than 30%, we can say something like. This creature is very interesting, and I don't know. Let me ask ChatGPT. In my game Planeshift RPG, I added the possibility to discover some information about information about the creatures you fight. I have the percentage of discovery, which increases with each kill. I would like to provide an in-character roleplay. Message to the player as he discovers more. In particular, yeah, I would like to have, let's say, 3 messages. One when the percentage of discovery is less than 30%, or maybe we can do 20. Let's say 25 is less than 25%. One when he's well, maybe we can only do 2 then. One at the beginning and one in the middle, or one. Well, we can say that maybe he's very close. Right? You can say, "Oh, you're very close." One when is less than 70%, and one when is less than 90%, right? Or 95, whatever, 90%. They should be, the descriptions should hint. So the first description should hint the creature is, well, that the fight provided some useful insight, but it requires more study or more practice or more, I don't know what to say. I mean, is it practice or more it requires more not elements, I mean more, how do you say, more exemplars, no, more basically what he's saying is that you need to fight with different creatures of the same type, right, to gain more knowledge, more specimen. I don't know if specimen is really a proper term there. To discover more, the second message should be about learning learning the core, but still needs knowledge for the rest. And the third will be to say the player is close to discover it all, right? I don't know. I need the 3 messages, but yeah, I would say one that is fairly low and one that is very close, right? Yeah, but they need to be very short. They have to be shorter, definitely. Definitely shorter. Cannot be like that. Cannot be like that, my boys. What happened? An anonymous viewer gifted a sub to Sulfrots. Oh, that is very nice. So maybe you gifted it to yourself, Sulfrots, because it's anonymous, so we never know, right? Thank you, whoever gifted a sub. Hey, thanks. Thank you. By the way, we didn't start mix-up, so the sub are not listed, but I can start it now. I don't know if specimen is really the right... Thank you to whoever donated the sub. Thanks. So you can now use the emotes on the emoji on the channel, I think. Specimen is correct, but sounds scientific. For planeshift creature or encounter, it would sound more natural. This fight reveals some clue, but you must fight more creature. Yeah, the problem is that it will apply also to humanoid like a gladiator, and calling it creature sounds weird. Or we say encounters, yeah. Oh wow, wait, there is the usual shit of the, sorry. There is this authorization that never works properly, I don't know why. Nothing. Mix-up is a nice tool, but as this authorization, which is hell, right? So it never works, or it works rarely. You always have to re-log in, and it's fairly annoying. Let me see if I can do it now. Okay, did it. It did it. Nice. Does it work now? No. Overlay. Let me refresh. And refresh. Stuff not working here, huh? I'm trying to have the... Yeah, exactly, sub goal. Let me refresh the cache. No? Wasn't there a cache refresh? No. Ah, here it is. Okay, one appeared. And the other appeared as well. Okay, 9 sub. Yeah, 9 subs. There it is. Use opponents or foe. Yeah, I think opponent can be okay. Opponent. So we go for opponent. So we go this fight. So we go. This fight revealed useful clues, but more opponents are needed, or more fights. I don't know if I want to say more fights, but more opponents are needed. You understand the opponent core traits, but some secrets remain. I think it's not bad. Your knowledge is nearly complete. Your knowledge of this opponent is nearly complete. Only a few details remain. I think these are good, no? So we will do, if the discovery is less than 25, we will send this. If the percentage is less than 70, I don't know if I want to say 70 or 75, but probably 70. So it's encouraging you, like you are nearly there, right? Even if it's not really true, but because you're still missing 30%, right? Which is a lot. But yeah, but I think it's okay. And then the last one, if it's less than sorry, this percentage doesn't make any sense. 0.25, 0.7, and 0.9, right? 0.9, yeah. Okay. So I think that's I would say that's good. I would say that's good. Do we just send the systems? Yeah, we just send the message, right? So we do a percent. Now, if you are at 0, in theory you cannot be at 0 because this percentage is, I mean, going through this means that you did going through this call means that you did at least 1. So the percentage will be, and if it's greater than 0.9, no, sorry. Here we should do if it's greater than 0.7, right? Yeah. We should do if it's greater than, so anything else, right? Anything else, it will trigger this. Do you agree to the, do you agree to the thing? Or not? Do you agree or not? Huh? Boys! Do you agree or not? Okay. Yes. Okay, so we want to test this, right? So we want to test this, and to test this, I think we can set. I mean, we can use the same good fighter. I think it's fine. So we have this good fighter in our dummy database, right? And the good fighter is having let me just remember. Okay, codex nature. Yes, codex nature. Codex nature. We are having this spoils, right? For 2, yeah. And the description is auto-generated, right? So here actually we should just say auto-generated. So this one is not relevant anymore, right? This text, whatever text we put here, will not be read because it's auto-generated. So now the question is how many, right? We need. Which is in the activation, right? So like in this case is 3, right? But maybe we should not do 3, we will do 10, so it's perfectly with our percentage at the moment in testing, right? Now, you know what is the problem? The problem is that they have to be, right? They have to be different creatures. And this may be a problem. What I mean is that if you are I think I need to think about this a bit because I think we can fuck up pretty hard. So let's assume that you are in a dungeon, right? You are in a dungeon and there is our dungeon and you enter here, right? And there is there is a rat or whatever here. There is another one here. There is another one here, right? The problem of the current system, well, I mean, one of the features, right, that I added is that if you continuously kill the same rat, right, it doesn't count. It does not count, right? And now what I'm thinking is, if that's the case, are we triggering anything or not? If you are killing again the same rat, right? Are you getting the message out? Yeah, we have the item already, right? We have the item already. He's sending you a message saying you already examined this particular one, right? He's already sending you a message, actually. If not, kill check. So that is triggered. That is triggered only when you are not. Yeah, we don't send. We don't send message. No, I understand. We don't send messages for kill discovery. I mean, one of the problem is if you are killing the same creature twice, this function will still return false, and so we will still we will still give this message, which definitely we don't want to. But I think at this point is needed. I think at this point, unfortunately, is needed. So I think I need to move this. I think I need to move this inside the partial check, because otherwise it will be very confusing. The only problem is if I put a value, right, that is I think for the kill check it should be done differently. I think for the kill check it will not really matter. Yeah, I think the idea of having the I mean that you have to actually kill a different one is not the greatest idea, because we will never have enough, right? So if you take a boss, right? If you take a boss, then So we end. So we. So we are saying that we enter here anyway, even if so if it does not contain or is kill check, right? If it does not contain or is kill check, then we enter here, right? And check it, or if it's a kill check, right? And if it's a kill check, now the only question is, if it's a kill check, do you think that we should list the IDs, or I should just put a number? Because at the moment how the system works is that it's basically printing the item ID in the extra info, but the extra info, I think we have to do it differently now, because the extra info is not infinite, right? The extra info is what? The extra info is a varchar 100. Really? No, it's impossible. I think I didn't change it in dummy. Is a varchar 100? No, that will never work. No, it must be tiny text or something like that. That's not possible. That is not possible. Oh shit, is really varchar 100? But when you have like the, let me check in production 1 second, because I don't believe that's what, I think I changed it. Para pa pa para pa pam. Let me check in production 1 second because I don't believe. The table is called the character discoveries. Is really varchar 100. Is really varchar 100. Oh wow. Okay, so if you want to keep track of a number and the number could be 20, we cannot really write the thing, right? So if so if we want the problem here is that the logic is different now. If we do it for the kill check or if we do it normally, right? The logic is different. So basically the current kills, right, will be 0 if this is 0. If this is empty, it will be, if this is empty, it will be 0. Otherwise, yes, it will be the first element, right? But this needs to apply only if we are in kill check, right? So this would be right? So we need to be in the kill check, and at that point we don't check anymore this, right? We don't check anymore this, but we check the current kill. If the current kill is greater than the total to achieve -1, right? Which means that, yes, with this one we achieve. And I think we do the same here. So we do or, you know, is kill check and current kills is less than total to achieve -1. No, sorry, why greater? Sorry. Equal, not greater, equal. Yes, and it is less, right? Yes. So I think that like this, we can differentiate if it's one or the other. And so now this works as expected. But I have to move the other code, right? I think I have to move this code. I have to move this code. This code doesn't belong here anymore. It's a bit of a pity because this one is really the kill code, right? But fine. I mean, I could have returned something, and but the problem is that all the logic is here. I don't want to duplicate all of this, right? So let's say that the difference here is that if we are in a kill check, yeah, this needs to be retested completely, but this needs to be retested completely, but yeah, but I think I will put it in a separate. I will put it in a separate function, right? So we don't clutter that too much, because otherwise, right? So this will be like send the kill message, kill discovery message, or something like that. Send kill discovery message, and uh-oh. We don't know who's the owner? No, we know who's the owner. No, the owner is there. So there will be a current and there will be a total needed, right? Yeah, that part we leave it separate. So So the difference now here is that when we are in kill mode, I mean in this kill check, right? We just add one, right? So So if we are in kill check, right, we do it differently. Right? So if it's a kill check, we will have to take the first parameter that we assume that is there or not. No, because it may not be there, right? So if it's not there, we will have to add it. Which I think it was this mplace, right? This mplace I think is adding if it's not there yet. Oh no, this mplace is something else. So yeah, unfortunately we have to do the thingy. So we have to say that if this is empty, then we need to basically add the new we need to add with a 1 actually. We need to add with a 1. Oh, it's an int. Okay, fine. With a 1, right? So that is if we don't have an item yet, right? Otherwise we have to take the current one, right? So we have to take the first element and we have to set it equal to the first element plus 1, right? Basically. So we just add 1 to the number. If it's empty, we just set 1. If there is a number in, we add 1. Obviously, this checks that we didn't achieve yet, right? So this is an else if we didn't achieve. So at that point, this is if it's a kill check, right? If it's not a kill check, yeah, if it's not a kill check, we do it the old way. And then this part in theory is the same, right? Build extra info string. Is this wrong? Because why is doing this before? Wait a second. It may be wrong, huh? Wait a second. Why we have this line before building the extra info? Well, it's true that we are not modifying this, right? So it is already valid there. And it is done only for the database, right? It is done only for the database. So in reality, you know, this should be here. And in this case, right, our our extra info is nothing else than toString of this, right? So it's nothing else than this, while in this case we need to do this mess, right? In this case we need to do this mess. And then this is valid for both, right? This is valid for both? I think so.
This is getting serious.
Yeah, I agree. It is getting very serious. It's getting very deep, huh? It's getting very deep, my boys. It's getting very, 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 very deep. So I write extra info to the database. So this should be the same. Now I think it's good. Now we need to test it. And okay, and here now we attach this piece, right? So we said that if it's not a kill check, if it's not a kill check, we send them this message, right? You know what? I think I really like this version more than this version, right? So this one is saying research partially completed, you need X more. What if we say, what if we transform it into a more role play? I mean, I don't know if I want the number. Do you want the number here? I don't know. I mean, at the moment here we have the number. Here we don't have the number, right? Here we don't have the number. Here we have the number. So I think the number looks very fake to me. I think the number looks very fake to me. I think I will create two functions. I think we will have like two separate ones. One for the standard discovery message and one for the kill message. And we will say no, sorry, that is not the right one. Is it? And we will say no. Right now, We will have to adapt this text somehow, but we need to pass in the current we need to pass in the current and the total. The current and the total. And here we need to pass the current and the total as well, with the difference that here the current, as we said, is not the num, but is the first element, right? Is the first element. Is the first element. Tiger, what is your approach when designing systems? It's a bit of a generic question, my friend, but let's say that, I mean, the first thing is to really put yourself in the kind of object-oriented mindset, right? So everything is an object and everything exchanges messages with other objects, right? So that's the base of everything, right? So you basically, as soon as you think to a problem, you make it, so whatever it is, right? Like I need my coffee machine to produce, you know, a coffee every 2 hours, right? I need a coffee machine to produce a coffee every 2 hours, right? So immediately the coffee machine becomes one object, right? And I don't know, and the coffee the result, you know, becomes another object. And the input, I don't know what is it, right? Which is a timer, becomes another object, right? So you have your timer, your coffee machine, and your coffee, right? And maybe there will be more because there is maybe an input pad, right? And an input pad where people are saying how many coffee they want is also an object. So the first thing, let's say that whatever is the problem, is to divide it in reliable and atomic as much as possible objects that then exchange information between them, right? So that's basically the base of designing a system, right? So which is basically system engineering, right? So this is what they do when they have to build a plane, right? So they have to build a plane and they start to say, oh, the plane is made of, I'm making it very simple obviously, right? It's made of electronic systems, right? An electronic system have inside navigation systems, right? And navigations, and then they have, I don't know, emergency system, right? So they basically split, right? Split the whole thing into subsystems. Now, I think splitting into subsystem is fine, but it's important to split it into objects that speak between each other, right? So you can send messages, and every object can live by itself, and that's the fundamental rule of designing systems, right? I don't know if that answered the question. Pam pam, para pam pam pam, pam pam. Para-param. One second, huh? Bam, bam, bam. Bah. Sorry, I was checking something else. Yes, what did they teach in colleges to know the input and the output? I mean, the input and the output of the object. So because I mean, an object is more than that, right? So I mean, you need to think about it as a message receiver, yes, but also as an object that has functions, methods. I mean, it can do stuff. It can be triggered by something, and more. Because there is maybe what is that, Ulla? Ah, it's me speaking. It's me speaking. Okay. The coffee machine, Ulla, the coffee machine. Okay, I think that is good. The only problem is that we have to test it. Yeah, and this one is actually not applicable to the kill check, right? So, okay, let's try to compile it like this, see what happens. And we will have to retest also the normal achievement, unfortunately, because yeah, because that would be like, for example, speak with 3 merchants and things like that, right? We have to test at least 1 or 2, otherwise we may have, I mean, maybe we broke it, you know. You never know if we broke it or not. Maybe we can do it in prod. Maybe. Let me see. Combat, kill, book. Prospect minerals. Yeah, for example, right? Prospect minerals. It requires does it require a second. I'm confusing myself now. Is this check partial discovery used for... wait a second. Okay, it's used for monster kills, fine. But then it's used also... yeah, for the creature examine, right? I don't recall. I don't know. We will just test it. I don't remember. Some stuff I don't remember. Okay, sorry. And here we have to do the one for... okay, now I need the same. When the player inspects... well, depends. It can inspect anything. It can inspect... I already don't take the time to make a new video for you. Intro is not for taking another one for your precious activity. What do you mean? You don't take... I already don't take the time? It is not for taking... There are too many negatives in that phrase. Ula, what do you mean? You are doing it or not? You should do it. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Okay, so this should be generic enough now, right? Sorry without that. No, we asked for help making a video. Yes. Yes, exactly. So are you making the video or not? I need it. I need it. I need the video. I need the video, boys. I need the video. Para para bam bam para bam bam. Bara bam bam. I'm a bit distracted today, huh? Maybe. Okay, it compiled. So are you making the video, Ula, or not? I think I will commission it, but if you can make it, that would be fantastic. But you need the game. So how can you do it if you cannot run the game? It's impossible. It's impossible. If you cannot run the game, you cannot make the video. That's for sure. So it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay. So we will try to test these two functionalities. So we need to see if we did not break the previous, which is a possibility. And if the new functionality works, right? And the difference is that now we can kill the good fighter a million times, right? And it must be this way, because otherwise it will not work, right? So for kills it needs to be non-unique. Needs to be non-unique. By the way, let me delete my discoveries. Let me delete my discoveries. Yeah, let's delete this discovery completely so that we don't have it yet. We go with this guy. We go with this guy and we kill this creature. Is it fighter 5? Yeah, I think it is fighter 5. He actually printed twice. Why printed twice? This fight revealed useful clues, but more opponents are needed, right? So definitely it worked, but for whatever reason we got a double message, which I assume is only here, right? So it means that we called this thing twice, or what? Yeah, it is only in one place. So I think I did something stupid. Actually, we are calling this only once. Is this a for loop? No, it is not a for loop. So how did we, else if, else if, else if, else if. So this run only once, right? This run only once. So what the fuck? Check partial discovery. Okay, there is a for loop. Check for partial discovery for each of the entries. Well. Okay. Yeah, because actually, no. So we have we defined for the same race 2 entries. We defined for the same race. Oh yes, we did. Huh. We did. I mean, in theory, this is not what will happen, but yes, we did. So we have the description that is actually getting revealed after 3 kills, and the spoils that is revealed after 10 kills. So this probably means that here I have 2 lines now. Yep, I have 2 lines and they are both at 1. Is this what we want? Yeah, it's very hard for me to avoid a double message though. But I mean, I don't think this will be a typical scenario because I don't think we will define the description of the race being still related to kills, right? So I think this example is not a great example, but proves the point, you know, that our stuff works, right? Because, and we will see at the next kill, right? Because now this became 2-2, yeah, 2-2, and at the next kill 1 becomes fully obtained. And by the way, when it becomes fully obtained, I think we have a bug. When he becomes full, well, no, because maybe he goes through this and this is already fixing it. Could be. Let me see if this guy respawns. We kill him a 3rd time. Yes, we got 1 achievement, which is the creature description. Yes, which is this one. But but the sport, well, maybe because I added in the cache. Yeah, I added in the cache, unfortunately. I added in my cache, which should not happen, right? But I added in the cache. I can delete the cache. I can delete the cache because this is queued now, right? A normal player does not lose entries, right? But we did because we cleaned the database and everything. So yeah. Rumash. That house light maps on loading is insane. So let me see now. Yes, you see now I only have the description. The spoils is not available, right? Spoils is not available. So okay, so it basically worked, right? Yes. In fact, 52 now is fully achieved, right? And 51 is still on 3 kills. The only problem is the double message, but I think that that is not what will happen when we add the real data, because I don't think we will have the description with the kills, right? But yes, if you have two achievements both on kills, and I mean, do I have a way to prevent that? I mean, I could pass a flag in this for loop, but it's very ugly, right? It's very ugly. I mean, I could pass a flag to this to say if it's already been sent or not, but super ugly. So I don't know. For now, I think I will leave it like that. We just not define kills, right? I mean, unless we want combat to trigger. What did we say? What did we say? We said that combat is triggered by... let me see. Wait. Fuck, yes. Oh no. Yeah, we said the combat is also triggered by that. And I have to discover one section at a time in my database, right? I mean, I have to say I cannot put 2 entries in the same line. No, I cannot. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so we have, yeah, it will happen. 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 So, or we move the, right, or we move the message here outside. But moving the message outside is very, very, very annoying, because this logic knows already if we have the item, if we don't have the item, right? It's doing all this reasoning already. That's annoying. And the other problem is that even if I add a new parameter that is saying, yep, we already sent the message in the previous it's not really correct, right? Because as long as you have 2 entries, you are and also the entries can be different, because they can be kill entries, and they can be normal, I mean race entries and loot entries. Race entry and loot, yeah, it's still by kill though. It's still by kill. It's still by kill, so the message will be the same. Yes. So basically, we need one message only for this loop, right? One message only for this loop. That's annoying. One message only for this loop. So you may say, oh, just add it here, right? Put the message here. I can, but This function doesn't really tell me unless we make it return not a boolean but like like an enumeration or a status, which is like, or we add a new parameter here, which is a bit ugly though. But the new parameter could be what? Could be the message to send. So the new parameter could be the message to send. New parameter will be the message to send. Okay, I mean, that's not too bad. Maybe. I mean, I don't love it, but I think we can. I don't love it, but okay. I don't love it, but fine. Sorry. I like it now. Why doesn't like it? Bro, isn't it exactly the same? No, because it's after total to achieve. Sorry, I messed up. Okay. Okay, now he likes it. Okay, so I think we will do this. We will return this message. So this will actually return. No, not return. It will set, right? Right. And we will do it here, we will do it here, and we will do it here. Right? We will do it here, and then this one will actually not send it, but we'll just return it. Okay, I think it's probably that is then the easiest. That is the, yeah. And so we avoid a double thingy in a, I would say, a reasonable way. We avoid a double message in a reasonable way. Now this actually runs also for so this will be sorry, this will be here. Well, this will be here if there is at least one entry, because if there is no entry, we are not going to generate the well, yeah, exactly. So I would say that so we can say that if message to send is not empty, right? If message to send is not, what did I press? So we do it like this, right? Only if it's not empty. So if this stays empty, then we don't send it, right? No need of a video, slideshow can do the job. Yeah, but it's not a slideshow, man, because there is the text, you know, there is the text scrolling with the information. There is, do you remember how is it? Do you remember how is it? So it's like this, you see the top, stream will start today, you know, all of that. So stream will start soon is part of the video, and the text at the bottom is also part of the video. The Patreon is not, right? The Patreon is not, obviously. But the text, you know, is so it's not just a slideshow. And also I would like to have something moving. I don't think they should be screenshots. I think it should be gameplay, right? So you should see people running around and killing monsters and casting spells and doing quests and, you know, exploring cities and entering dungeons and all of that. So we need the video. So first we need to collect the footage from the game, and then we need to build the video. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work, I tell you, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's a lot of work just to collect the material, actually. Okay, so we have their message to send, and we receive it here and we send it once. So this way we send it only once. Now let's say that the first message, that's the problem though, because this thing runs twice, right? This thing runs twice. So the first, like we did now, right? So the first one is achieving and the second one is not achieving. So the one that is achieving is not returning anything in message to send. So this stays empty, and the second one adds a message, or I mean, this is already a bit better, but it's still not solving the problem, because it's still not solving the problem, unfortunately. I mean, it is definitely better, because at least we can manage, you know, we can manage what we want to return. I mean, what we want to send, but assuming if he's doing 2 cycles, the second cycle may be empty and the first may contain something, and vice versa, and then in another run it can be the opposite, right? So how do we ensure that this is not fucking up? I mean, this is better, but it's not the solution. It's not the final solution, right? It's not the final solution. Because in the example that we just did, we had 2 entries, right? One is still counting and the second one finished counting. So the first one counts, right? The first one counts and returns to the calling function. Come on. Yeah, and returns to the calling function a message, right? And this message is here. But then the second one is not returning anything, and so I think the message is cleared. So if the second, so you say, so I think I need a kind of a gate. I need a gate that says message already sent. I think that's probably the easiest, and I have to refresh it every time, so I send it only once, and only if it's not empty. Yeah, I think I need that. I need that. So I think I need a bool, which is like message sent, right? That starts false, and then this one goes now inside, you know, inside of this, and this actually goes inside of that. And here we have two checks, right? That the message is not empty and that the message is not been sent already, right? The message is not empty. The message is not empty and the message has not been sent already. Then we send the message, and then we set this to true, right? And so we only send one. And then if we enter here again, we do it again. Okay, so I think now we fix the, yeah, I think like this it works. I think like this it kind of works, yes. Should work, right? Right, my boys? So we reset this to we delete both actually. We delete both, right? Maybe let me do this. Let me try if the kill is only 1 and see what happens, right? So let me do a 1. Let me do a 1-3 and see what happens. Well, even if a 1-3, I think it's okay. Even a 1-2. So it's simpler, right, to do. I think a 1-2 is good, is okay. Okay, let me recompile this. All of that in 3 seconds? What do you mean in 3 seconds? You can do it in 3 seconds? I mean, I think AI can do it, but AI needs to have the inputs, right? So we need to send him the material, right? So someone needs to record the footage in game, hopefully picking good places of the world where the game looks good, right? Not the oldest, shittiest places. And there should be someone moving, someone fighting, you know, all of that. But it requires work. I mean, you need people to do that. People are not available. It's a fucking mess. You could record maybe something during events, right? If you record an event, that may work. Like the Sunday, yeah. I think if you take a Sunday event, or 2 or 3 Sunday event, and you start to collect some footage there, then you can give all that material to a video editor and or even to the AI, and then ask to build a video. But you need the footage, you need the original videos, right? Oh fuck yeah, there is another call actually, which is during the examine action. So during the examine action we have something very similar, right? Hey, I think we need to do exactly the same. I think we need to do exactly the same. And then I think only if we don't fully discover, right, we send the message. Or do we send the message also if you fully discover? No, because, well, if you fully discover, the message will be empty anyway, right? So I think we say if message to send, right? If message to send is not empty, we receive this. We receive system message. And we send out oh, what? It's the opposite, I think. Yeah, it's the opposite. Kind of messed up a bit. Okay. So I think like this, it may work now. Yeah, we did a lot of changes here, guys. So we will have to test it. Well, we can just say else, right? And that's it. Without a more than 0.7, so all the paths are actually covered. Bam, 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 bam. You can still use the old style Blackboard with the stream starting soon. Nah, I mean, it would be nice, you know, because when we are starting the stream, I think that sometimes, you know, there is new people joining. And I think it would be nice to show them the game, right? And also when we finish, so, and it will remain in all the YouTube videos and such, right? So I think it's good if we populate those videos with good stuff, not with shitty stuff. And at the moment we are populating it with shitty stuff because we are just showing screenshots of like 6 years ago, right? And it's not the greatest idea. The problem is that my time is always limited, you know, so I have that amount of time. So or I develop the game, or I advertise the game, or I fix the game, or I expand the game. It's one of the, I cannot do everything. Understand? Understand. Okay, so our achievements are empty at the moment, right? We have no achievement, we have no discoveries, right? Yes, we have no discoveries. So if I kill this guy once, right, we immediately get the star. And yeah, I mean, in this case you get 2 messages, but that's really required, right? Because you discover new knowledge, but this file also reveals some useful clues, but more opponents are needed, right? So now if this guy respawns, we can try the second one, and the second one will send you only one message, right? But this one I think is okay, because here you are working on two different achievements with the same action. Which, by the way, we need to understand if this is really the way we want it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this kind of worked, right? So now we have the description. Now, the only thing is, so for example, right, if we want, I mean, we don't want, but if we want, we could say, oh, the description is 5 kills, right? The habitat is 10 kills. The ecology is 15 kills, 20 kills, 30 kills, right? So each of the sections can be unlocked based on the kills if we want to, right? And I think we want to do it at least for combat and spoils. So I think the combat will be probably a lower value, and the spoils will be higher value, right? So I think this works actually, right? I think this works. Now let me see 1 second. If we didn't break, right? If we didn't break the system. So I'm dropping silver ore that in theory could be examined with what? With intelligence? No. Could be examined with gathering, harvesting. Yes. So if I have an harvesting of at least mining, right? If I have an harvest, okay, let's just give me medium harvesting. Mining. Okay, so now we have 200 mining, right? So 200 mining, we have all of this, right? Prospect minerals, prospect rare minerals. So we can add these things to our shortcut bar. I don't know if the silver ore is actually this or this, but we will try. Your observation reveals useful clues, but further study is needed. Nice. So it actually worked. The message worked properly. Now we have here 3 entries, right? And 1 entry, which is the one where we want to count the actual IDs. Actually put the ID. So this 15, 780, 790, whatever. If we do info, yeah, 15, 790 is the silver ore, right? Now if we get another silver ore, which is different, and we put it here and we inspect this guy, right? It should work. It should work. Nice. So now we have 2. The only problem is that I don't know how many I need. Yeah, you see, we have this 2 now. So he knows that we did 2, right? Now I guess the question is, what is the total? What is the total needed, right? What is the total needed? So the total need is coming from the total needed is coming from ability examine requires ID. Okay, this thing is hard coded like a boss. This thing is hard coded. I don't know if I really like that, but fine. And if I examine the same one, right, it should tell me that I already learned about this one. Yes, you already examined this particular one, right? So you learn nothing. Okay, good. I think now one of the problems of this thing is that if you combine the items and you drop it again, right, this one will have a different ID. That unfortunately I cannot fix, right? So if you continue to mix items and drop them, mix items and drop them, they actually count as different items, right? Which is kind of an exploit, but there's not really much I can do about it at the moment. So we will just leave with this exploit, I would say. Okay, so this works. This works and this works. So what we have to decide now are how do we do I have a compendium thingy? No, I don't think so. Compendium items, October 2024. Oh wow. Oh wow, we do. Yes, this is exactly the file. It was 2 years ago, but anyway, that is the file. So okay, the first thing I want to know is in production, what do we have at the moment? In production, yeah, in production we only have the races, right? So we have 4 entries: description, habitat, ecology, and history. Description, habitat, ecology, and history. Yeah, we only have those 4 for each, hopefully for each of the playable races. So 0, 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we have 9 playable races. So is yeah, it's 9. Okay guys, so I think that the work that we need to do, the work that we have to do is now to decide for each of the monsters if we want to have an examine, right? And I think we want, but then we need a description, right? Because we have spoils, description, habitat, ecology, combat. Description, habitat, ecology, combat. Okay, I put them all in one, spoils and history. Okay, I put them all in one line. Okay, it's good. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. And then here I have yeah, I have the ones that are actually valid. So it's only history Oh, it's only history being applicable, huh? Okay. Not being applicable to this guys. Okay. So we yeah. So we do this. Is this already with the if or not? No, it's without if. So it's a bit brutal, but it's fine. And here I have my combat and spoils. Okay, this file is fantastic. It's exactly what I needed. This file is exactly what I needed. So now, now is the complex part, right? Because we need to describe. We need to decide how each of those is activated, and I think that what we said, yeah. But if I do an essay, is it unlocking? It is unlocking 2 entries or not? I mean, a book can definitely unlock 2, right? I'm not completely sure if an ability can unlock 2, but I would say yes. Okay, let me try this, which I think is a good example, right? So we have one object that unlocks 2 entries, right? When you do the prospect rare minerals, and this one is on, I don't know what, 9003, which is probably Tinor or whatever. 9003. It's sulfur powder. That's a bit weird, but anyway. Because it's the wrong database. Wait, wrong database. Item stats. Yeah, Tinor, right? Tinor. So if I try to discover with the ability rare minerals. Okay, let's try to do it. Let's try to do it. Let's try. Just a joke, I know. And I know what software can do the job, an expensive 1, 2, 3 months ago, and now free for all. Nice. Was expensive back and now is free. Nice. Yeah, but we need the footage, right? First we need to collect all the footage, and then from the footage we can create a video. But I need someone to do that. I don't want to do it myself. I want someone to do that. Understand? Okay, so now we will see, right? When we examine this, if, right, we are examining this, you see this beautiful eye? Ah, it's triggering twice. It's triggering twice in this other case. No! because we didn't do the same full technique. We didn't do the full technique. We didn't do the full technique because it was this and message was not and the message was not sent, right? Yes, yes, I forgot that piece. I forgot a piece and we broke it. Okay, let me just clean, let's do this. Let's clean the compendium entry and let's clean the DB discoveries. Character discovery, huh? Okay. Huh? What? That was a bit weird. So I deleted, committed, it didn't delete. Interesting. That was a bit weird. Bam, 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 bam. I will have to go soon, guys. Tomorrow I have a million things to do. A million. Anyway, we are continuously improving our technology, right? And it's nice. Now, I think we should probably give our whole project to AI one day or another and see what happens, right? Because I think we are reaching the point where AI can also work with large projects and maybe we should try to ask for help, right? And yeah. Okay, so now we should have one message only, hopefully, when I examine this. But in the database, it will get me 2 entries, right? Fuck. Because I'm stupid like a monkey. I didn't set message sent to true. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. You can test it again. But yeah, but you see that we are getting the proper data here. So I think it's working now. I think it's working. Basically, it is working. It is working. So now we have a better technology than we had 2 hours ago. Because now our technology allows to differentiate between the discoveries that you can repeat on the same object and the discovery that you need a different object, right, to And also the message, I think, is more clear, right? And he's telling you, he's giving you some hints about it, right? Which I think is nice. Para-pa-pa-pa-para-pa-pa-pam. Yeah, I think I will go. After this test, I think I will go, boys. But we did good. We extended this. Now the problem is filling in this table, right? With all the values. And for every monster that we have to decide how many kills are needed, right? Because here for combat it will be K, you know, it will be K and then a number, right? Whatever is the number. And then for spoils will be K and a number, whatever is the number, right? So, and sorry, actually not here, but in the activation. Yeah, in the activation, exactly. Right, so we will have to do that and then decide how to proceed. But that I think we can do tomorrow. And now, if someone could do this, not me, that would be fantastic. Because, I mean, it just doesn't require any programming, right? It just requires some thinking. But I know you're lazy and you don't want to do it. And that's the problem. Pa 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 para pa pam. One message, please. Thank you. Okay, good. So if I then go with 5, okay, I think it's fully working. We also tested the other cases, and we test now. If I inspect, yes, let me see what happens if I inspect this guy. So if I go here, well, probably there is nothing defined. Empathy, eh? Empathy. 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 One day I will fix the fact that it's stretching so much. But anyway. So if I examine this creature, there is nothing to discover. There is nothing to discover. There is nothing to discover. Yeah, because, I mean, there's nothing to discover on this, because this has been defined as, so under Codex Nature, right, we don't have anything for the stone hammer. Unfortunately, yeah, you see there is no, well, that's not true though. Huh. Okay. I'm a bit surprised that it doesn't work, right? Because is it because this creature is automatically considered a loot creature, and so this creature is a 2 and is not a 1? Yeah, that's why. That's why. Actually, that's really why. So we will not be able to scan this particular creature as a stone hammer, because he already has a different setup as a good fighter with loot. And so, is it okay? Yeah, would say so. I think it's okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit. If I have to say, it's a bit counterintuitive, right? Because you are scanning someone and you are expecting. But anyway, it will tell you there is nothing to be discovered, and so you will just change. You will just change target. I don't know. That maybe we can change in the future, but it's not very easy because at the moment we really have two separate routes, right? If this creature is loot or no loot. And with the loot, we analyze the spoils of war. With the no loot, we analyze this. So it becomes a completely different entry in our reasoning, right? So one is the orange and one is the blue. So it's completely different. But anyway, okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go. So thank you for watching and thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time as usual. If you want to click follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's always a great idea. Thank you for the sub that someone donated today. And if you want to download our game, it's available on our website and also on Steam. And yes, I will see you soon, my boys. Bye-bye. Bye.